guess people liked it. And then they're like, and then Yu Yu Hakusho started, and they're like, you're gonna go to Comic-Con in San Diego. It was either Comic-Con or Otakon, I can't remember. I think it was Comic-Con. They're like, and I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? And they're like, pass out flyers? Like, watch my show, Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh no, I play a little demon. And they're like, no, you're gonna be signing autographs for 4 hours. And I was like, you're stupid. And they were like, you don't understand. And I was like, no, I guess I don't. And then they brought us to a table, John Bergmeyer and I brought us to a table like this, and they were like, you know how they queue the lineup not right at the table, so there was nobody there. I'm like, see? And they're like, then they queue the lineup, and like the whole line is around the whole like dealer's hall, and it all went like this toward me, and I was like, oh God! It happened in my life. And the first people that walked out were like, yeah! And then after 15 minutes, I was like, oh, you guys, this is just you're just like my friends. Oh, that's cool. I get it. You guys really like the show. And I understood what was happening, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I like this job. So I stuck with it.
You're in charge. Don't let me forget this. This is my dad's.
Okay, don't forget it. But for that reason, for that reason, EA's probably my
What would you do if the monsters from Pacific Rim came into the real world?
Totally right one. I'm from Texas. I break it like a bunking rock. Totally failed at those birds.
There's that Adrian.
They weigh how much?
2,000 pounds.
Whatever. I can take it. Yeah.
So who's the best big star you've got to meet or want to meet?
Well, the most recent one I was at Comic Palooza in Houston. And a buddy of mine, Scotty Whitehurst, was doing guest handling, and I saw him sitting down at the table in the green room, and I was like, oh, hey, Scotty, what's up? And I would sit there, guys, sit there. He's like, yeah, sure, but Carrie Elways is sitting right there. And I was like, badass! And Carrie Elways from Princess Bride sat down next to me, and we got to like chat all through lunch, which was really cool, because I love the Princess Bride. And then, take selfies with them. So he was kind of cool. They also, that was a fun convention. If you're ever in Houston, go to Comic Palooza. It's very cool. And then when I did Parkland, the movie about the JFK assassination, my scene was with an actor named Paul Giamatti, who I really respect as an actor. He's a very, very good actor. So I got to act opposite someone who's very successful and a very good actor. And it turned out he was just like an actor. And we started to rehearse the scene, and he had one idea about it, and I sort of flipped him a different idea, and he was like, oh, yeah, that's good. And I was like, oh, wow, I told someone I really respect something, and he thought it was right. We all like to be, recognized for our talent. Yes?
To what who you got to meet, what is your favorite line or quote from The Princess Bride?
Oh, gosh. Wow. No more rhyming, and I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? There's so many. I could watch The Princess Bride over and over again. Inconceivable. Oh, Wallace Shawn. Quite a good playwright as well. Yes, Lord.
Have you ever been
In the movie? Yes, I'm Harrison Ford. Plot twist. No, but when I was, probably the reason I am an actor today is because when I was young, and my brothers were doing a remake of The Empire Strikes Back. What is that, 80? 81? 80, so I was 9 years old. And it was right after it had come out. They were going to shoot some scenes from the movie with their little 8mm camera, and I was very small, so I called it a little shoe-in. It's a sit inside the R2-D2 that we built up cardboard. But the day came for shooting, and they just left without me. So I was sitting there home alone, and they were shooting without me, because you know how older brothers can be sometimes. And I was sitting there. You're the older brother. Yeah. So I was sitting there, and I was like, and I was like, and I had a camera. I took a picture of the home, and it's a picture of the front door with no one there. I know, but now I'm an actor. But that really was kind of the moment. I was like, I'm not in Star Wars. I need to be in Star Wars. So as they make these, my goal is not this Star Wars movie because it's already cast, but there's like 7 more. So, I got a lot more chances to be in a Star Wars movie. So I'm gonna do my best. Do my best, yes, sir.
When you're doing voices on anime, have you ever muffed the line in a way that they decide to keep you aligned rather than the original script?
Yeah, there was during Shin-Chan, there was a scene where Hiro came home drunk and wanted to eat some food. And it was kind of, the flaps were real sketchy, so I was kind of just like, let's eat the Cafe Crustable. And I called it a Crustable. And they kept it because they thought Crustable was really funny. And now it's one of those things that we always say every time we see each other. It's like, hey, Crustable. Not really, not that. Yes, sir.
What's your favorite cosplay one of your roles?
I actually cosplayed as Stein one time in it was a panel with Vic, Mignogna, and Steve Bloom. And if you're with Vic and Steve, you gotta try to shine some way. And so I showed up with the crowd in a Stein cosplay and just kind of walked in with the crowd. And they were like, "Where's the truck? Truck's not here." And I was like, "That guy's a jerk." And then everyone saw that I'd been sitting in the crowd. That was kind of fun. Yeah, I tricked them all. Yes.
What other jobs did you do besides that?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Let's see, one of my first real jobs was the summer, well, I spent the summers doing summer camp and working at a YMCA camp. The first actual job where I made money, I worked in a precast concrete factory where every Tuesday and Thursday my job as a 17-year-old or 18-year-old was to shovel 4 tons of gravel into 100-pound bags and stack it on pallets. So I shoveled gravel all day, 2 days a week, and the other days I was building precast concrete forms. But I've worked in construction. I was a principal of a Catholic school. I teach education workshops. I write children's books. I have taught corporate workshops, training workshops for teaching people how to speak. I've done filmmaking. I've worked at a Ben and Jerry's. What else have I done? Pretty much anything you can name, I've done. Except Hitman. Maybe. I can tell by your raised hand. Any other questions? No.
Have you done
Have I done Batman? Just in my business. Just like I'm Batman. That's the only thing. But my first movie was with Ben Affleck, and I punched him in the face. Have I been the evil old man who?
Batman villain.
Oh, no, I haven't. Do you think I should be? Is that a role I should be auditioning for? Do you have a contact number? I'll try. I'll always try. Yes.
Have you ever seen or met Peter Cullen?
Peter Cullen. I believe I've been at a convention with him before, but I don't know if I've ever met him. I don't think I have. I would remember. Yeah.
Do you recognize this character?
That is... No, tell me which one it
As
is.
a female Austrian.
Female Austria. That's not a real character.
Yes, it is. I'm going to cosplay her.
Oh, okay. That would be brilliant. Female Austria would be good. Any other questions?